Now you're listening to wrestling news that matters from people you want to hear it from, deep from within the confines of the internet. Covering WWE like no one else and covering TNA because no one else will. You are listening to the best in the world, Ring Rust Radio!
Brad Maddox.
I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning. Let's go,
wrestling radio show on speaker, on the internet, in the whole goddamn universe, folks. Ooh-wee, ooh-wee, baby. I'm your host of the most talented, looking fine and feeling finer, baby. Woo! I didn't shake nothing that time. I was dead ass still. Mike and BJ, you're excited to be here with me?
It wasn't any better.
It was much more sexual. I was much more, I was being my dong, and I was very hard today.
And very small.
Problematic.
Why is my dick being hard problematic? It's natural.
Problematic.
It's not. No, it's not.
It was damn near useless.
Damn near useless, dude. Listen. You get me a little whiskey, and it is damn near useless. That thing is just like, what do you want me to do about it? You should have thought about this 5 shots ago. I'm like, but she's into it. Be like, you better get eaten.
You started that saying give you a little whiskey.
Yeah. It was like a little whiskey.
Then you went to 5 shots.
Yeah, because that is a little whiskey to me. I'm what we call in the business an alcoholic. Brandon Gavin, we have a schedule.
Yeah, tonight we're going to discuss WWE and AEW. Got Crown Jewel to talk about, a little Survivor Series talk, a Full Gear talk. A lot of things happening. People shaving their heads. Donnie should shave his head.
I'm getting close to shave my head because my hairline is atrocious.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, honestly, I was thinking about it before I let it go. Me and wifey were talking about this. I'm thinking about doing just some radical shit with my hair. Maybe cornrows. Allen Iverson cornrows. That's
I don't know
number
if we
one.
should do cultural appropriation or not. But...
Please, dude. I guarantee you white people created cornrows. I guarantee you, dude. We've been farming for hundreds of thousands of years.
I don't think...
You know what?
I'm not gonna go there.
Stupid.
Yeah.
I
Too many issues.
I guarantee you there's a white man in the 1600s who said, you know what we need on your head? Rows of corn. And they fucking braided it, dude.
I don't think that happened.
I wish you didn't do this podcast. I wish we're not associated with you in any way.
Yeah, right.
It's terrible.
Cultural appropriation, my dick, dude.
You're a piece of shit, just like the dirt sheets are. We're going to get into that later. They lie a lot, like you do. I wish you would admit it, at least. They won't admit their lies. The fantasy standings updates. Fuck fantasy. In all shapes and forms is my stance this year. Fuck
I did
fantasy.
beat George by 2 points.
I beat Mike, and then I beat BJ.
I beat BG.
Or did I play you this week,
Thanks,
BJ?
guys.
I think I play you this
week. We played each other
week.
like 3 weeks ago.
I think I play you this week, bud. Look, check
I don't
the
think
stats.
so.
Check the stats. I'm pretty sure I get to.
Yeah, we got fan emails also.
Who cares? Mike.
Don, you gonna stick around for?
We do play each other.
I told you we play each other, dude.
What the fuck? We just played each other. Like
I'm
3 weeks
gonna
ago.
beat that. Can I tell you something? If we listen, I know money's on the line, so it's probably not great to talk about this on air. But if we don't all trade all of our players to one of us and just make a mega team, what are we even doing here? We're gonna ruin our own chances.
This happened last year too.
We're all right there fighting for the last spot. We're gonna self-sabotage, and we're all gonna miss the playoffs. So we're gonna
How many teams make it?
We're gonna pay stupid Reggie money, and I don't want to do it again.
Do 4 make it or 6 make it?
4.
Shit.
You did the You did the rules this year.
No, I
You
didn't.
can't even yell at me. Yes,
I just
you
kept
did.
them how they were.
You're such a trash man.
Only 4 teams make the playoffs. What the fuck? I'm only
If the playoffs end today, I would be in
Our
5th.
league?
BG would be in 6th.
Okay, I need.
Well, you'd be in 5th. Our
Yeah.
league is hysterical. George somehow went for a 6-3. Everyone else 5-4 or 4-5.
I've never seen that before.
Me neither.
I
So
need.
we're-
Listen, let's make trades.
Hey.
We're all gonna work together. Yeah, I don't. But let's make
First
it
off,
BJ.
you have
Since,
you have the least points of all three of us.
yes,
You
but
should
I'm a
fucking
winner.
thank me for beating George. Kept him within striking distance.
I'm a fucking baller, dude.
Balls
I'm a
deep.
fucking baller. That's what you fucking forgot. I only score. I start resting players once I'm up enough. That's why I don't.
This
have
is
more
legit
points.
the craziest fucking
So
league standings I've ever seen.
I know. I said that to you, dude. 2 weeks,
Yeah.
it could be completely different. That's all it takes.
I could either be in first or last. Who knows?
Mhm. I was in last to start last week. I think I'm in third now. No idea. It's
You are in
insane.
third, yeah.
It's
That's
insane.
crazy.
I was in 10th last week. I'm in third now. It's crazy. Mike, did you have other things?
I guess I don't. I'd rather talk about fantasy football, but if you like wrestling podcasts that don't hardly talk about wrestling at all, this is your podcast. Find us anywhere you get your podcast. Interact with us on Twitter at @RingRustRadio. Email us, be part of the show, ringrustradio@yahoo.com. Send us emails about fantasy fucking football. How about that? We could talk about it more.
I'll give you stats and stuff, and I'll give you sleepers that I like that week. What's your running back's name, Mike or BJ?
Derrick Henry?
No.
Tyrone Tracy?
Tyrone Tracy. Yeah.
Oh, the
I
Giants.
picked him up and kind of
Doesn't
stored
matter.
him away. He's been pretty good.
The Giants fucking suck. Just the
I
way it
could have
should-
told you that, bud.
Yeah.
For
That's what
free.
it should be this year. Hopefully, get a top draft pick.
Yeah, sure. They'll still.
I
blow
gave
it.
you good information before the season on the Bills receivers for your league.
Hey, Shakira has been great. I didn't know they were.
Oh,
gonna get
Shakira?
more. Shakira, yeah.
Shakira!
Oh, if we have one more intro talking about Shakira, I think we owe her money. So let's move on.
Buy our merchandise, ProWrestlingTees.com/ringrustradio. So many great t-shirt designs, including Cut Your Dick!
Yeah, that's great. Alexa, what wrestler died this week?
Support us at Patreon.com/ringrustradio, where you can hear ad-free episodes, sign for fantasy drafts and brackets, make us watch wrestling-related movies and pay-per-views, and so much more. Also, check out Ring Rust Radio on YouTube for updated clips and Triple R Gaming. Donnie, BG, and fans of the show have been playing different games like Among Us, Fall Guys, and Dead by Daylight each week, and posting early access on Patreon.com/ringrustradio well before it hits YouTube. If you're interested in joining a session, email ringrustradio@yahoo.com.
So here's where the channel is now. This is news to BJ too, because I've gone through an emotional swing. We have ad revenue starting, and we've made $0.00.
How can that be if we haven't started?
I told you.
No, because we have started in a way. It's not the full way, but I don't see it in the other ways.
This
It's gonna
sounds
make
like
lot
a
of money.
fucking snake oil right
You
here.
got me till February, and I'm quitting this sumbitch. And, I'm still going to play games with my friend. We played Rocket League. It was incredibly fun. We've done a
Okay.
game called Brick Rigs. We've done a bunch of different fun. We're going to Phasma with Skeeter once he's is done being fake sick. And the idea for me is...
I know what you should do, Donnie.
Oh, go ahead, please. Quit?
So, yeah, in many ways. But there's the new Pokemon trading card game on your phone.
Oh, okay.
And
BG was just telling me about how addicted he is to this.
it's fucking awesome.
What was the
Alright?
WWE game we almost lost our
Supercard.
careers to?
Supercard.
That's right.
Supercard. Unbelievable game as well, but don't do it. It's addicting.
Yeah.
But Pokemon card game, Donnie, because I know you
You're
like Pokemon.
sucking dick
Lucy.
for fucking unlimiteds.
That's the way it should be. But Lucy likes Pokemon. What you should do is you should download the app, and they give you, free packs to open.
Cool.
You should do that on video and upload it to YouTube, because that's what everyone is playing right now.
Oh, that's
Instead of
great.
playing your dumb fucking games that no one cares about and no one wants to watch, you should do what's actually relevant now.
Well, number one, that's a great point. Great point. Number two, though, I'm not gonna.
All right.
Well, why?
Because I don't give a shit about that dumb shit. Like, that's not my bag.
You
I
can
like
do
the
it
What
with
do you mean?
Lucy.
I
You
did
like
the game.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
She loves Pokemon cards.
I don't.
What do you do is
Listen. Yeah.
do it on camera and put it on fucking YouTube.
Now,
People, first off, you should do that in general. Just get their Pokemon cards, open it.
we do.
People love
we
Pokemon.
we
Get
have,
people
we have,
to feel bad, like, oh, look at this cute girl.
we
and
have
her
tried
fucking
that. It didn't work. She got like
troll
6
of a
views.
father.
She's not a
What's
draw,
the-
bud. My daughter's not a
6
draw. I don't know
views
what
is
to tell
far
you.
more than the fucking one that you get when I
Listen,
click into it.
Listen. Kid's not
Listen.
a draw. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? I didn't have the I didn't have the Ultimate Warrior. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? She's not over with the crowd. She's got fucking,
Yeah,
she's
but
got
like,
X-Pac heat.
Paint your face.
Just make her scream about shit.
You need a gimmick. That's the problem.
Yeah, exactly. You need a gimmick.
Yeah, well, how about I just let her be a kid?
Nah, it's not gonna sell.
Let's talk WWE.
That's not gonna sell to the type of people we want it to sell to.
No, it's not, because those people are perverts and they need to stay away from my baby girl. I turn comments off on all videos, including my children, because I don't even want to fucking give the chance to anyone.
Probably
to be
smart.
Yeah, it's very smart. Let's go on.
Let's do it.
We're gonna put this all in order. From LW to Dark, we're about to have a discussion about the one true sport. Who's selling the finish? Does this make sense in the art? Tell me who botched, who rocked, who's cashing in on the marks. These takes are uncut, man, they're pure and they're raw. Blow up like dynamite, have you smack down on the floor. On a collision course with the number one source. Now let's head back to the ring for the latest report. Ring rust.
I was gonna cut in there, but apparently a plane was landing on
Fighter
BJ's
pilot.
building. It's literally, dude, it's just like, what was it, a dump truck downshifting in your living room? What was that noise?
It's so far away.
It is not far away, it was in my
so
ear.
far away.
It was in your house.
Seriously, dude, that was so
blocks
loud.
away.
Well, we have Crown Jewel to talk about. We have Full Gear. We got Full Gear looking awesome. Survivor Series looking awesome.
You couldn't even fucking say it without struggling.
Yeah. No, not true.
Awesome.
I was smoking a blunt. That was the problem.
Yeah,
I got choked up on the smoke.
Yeah, that's what.
But first we start with the RIP section that BJ's now adding, because he's not going to worry about deaths, but he's going to acknowledge all of them.
That one is just a staple here.
It's
on
just
the, on
staple.
He's just putting it
I
on
got
there
tired
so
of
he
you
can.
crying.
I got to tell you, it's been about
I
5
put the
or
onus
6
on
months.
you.
It's sad that it took that long. You know what I mean?
I agree.
It
But
seriously
just
is.
didn't get it.
It's like you telling
He doesn't
me.
want to be culpable if nothing's mentioned.
I got a text
No, 'cause
message.
I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm just trying to do my due diligence here, but you know what? Fuck it. It's on you now.
That's good. Now I won't care about it. That's the easiest way to
There you go.
defeat me. Make it work, and I won't do it. make it like on the record work, and I'll be like, fuck this. When it was for fun, I liked it. Now when I have to work for it, it's like YouTube. Had great time when we were fucking not really worried about incentivizing it yet. Now that we're like focused on that,
never
it's like,
fun.
this sucks. I had great times, and so did you. You liar. You love hanging out with me and playing video games.
You're annoying. I hate you so much.
I'm annoying.
You're
Oh my
annoying.
god, dude. All right.
I don't think you should argue against the notion that you're annoying. Like, save it for something a little bit more questionable.
You're annoying.
Die on a different hill, he's saying.
Yeah.
But that's good. I don't know who died this week. I'm sorry. I've been having a rough week, so I do not know. I had an accident in my own
Mike had
driveway.
things to say.
But yes,
Here
three
we go, fucking
WWE,
sob story.
not a sob story. Everyone's fine. But yes, the 3 people released from WWE. That's the closest thing to a career death.
Actually, they probably
Actually,
like
you're
made
right.
their careers by allowing them to make a lot of money on
Now
the
all of a sudden, they're everyone's favorite wrestlers.
Well, first off, everybody loved Indy Hartwell always. I don't understand the problem there. That was a gross misuse of
Saying
talent by
all of a
WWE.
sudden, everyone says that they love Baron Corbin. WWE fumbled.
Baron
the
Corbin
ball.
was awesome. Baron Corbin was awesome. We
And
said on
now
this.
they want to see him in AEW.
and Tegan Knox. So Indy Hartwell, Baron Corbin, and Tegan Knox. Baron Corbin, I was a hater of him at first. Like, I think his first run in NXT, nothing special, but he definitely won me over and got better over time. But I'll say this, like, I guess you could have put him back in NXT and had him work there, but I think he kind of hit his
The
ceiling.
last time you put him in with a good tag team was with Braun Breaker, and that shit was amazing.
No, that was awesome. I love the fucking Wolf Dogs, but on his own, I just don't know what else you're gonna do with him. He's not going to be a world champion, nor
Make
should
him
he
broken again.
Sad
Yeah,
Baron Corbin was one of the greatest things ever.
be. They should have never got rid of sad Baron Corbin. I agree with that.
Happy Corbin sucked.
And then Tegan Knox, I have no fucking idea why they even re-signed her to never use her. So
Yeah,
that was weird.
she just was doomed. Her knees are just really bad.
Yeah. But Indy is definitely the one that's shocking to me because she's still young. She was literally on SmackDown hours after she was released because it was
So
pre-taped. It's not like she's been used as a featured wrestler, but she's been on the shows here and there. And she seems like she has a lot of potential. Seems like she's well liked. So that one's very weird to me.
Future AEW superstar right there. Let me hear it.
Honestly, I would say
Yeah,
all 3 of
I
them should go
think
to
TNA.
TNA.
Yeah, just because you hate AEW, you're an idiot.
No, I mean, it's not very good.
We're gonna
but
have
that's
an
not why.
AEW
It's
girl
because,
show soon.
I mean,
The women's
okay,
division
they
is
show up
better
in
than AEW.
AEW and you're Mercedes fodder. If you go to TNA, you both Indy and Tegan Knox potentially be women's champion within a year, probably.
Mm-hmm. I think we tag team champions there.
And Baron Corbin, I think, would be a featured star on TNA. He definitely wouldn't be in AEW.
How about JBL just hitting the indies?
It's just every Indy. It's very weird.
It's so weird.
He must need money.
No, you know what? I think he just
He definitely doesn't need money.
No, he doesn't need money at all. That's the thing.
He had some poor investments like Big Show that in that storyline at the time.
That's true.
In a strip mall.
And his tiny dick too. Remember that?
Yeah.
Which is like, tiny little pecker. You wanted
and he needs to keep up
a
appearances, so he's got to do all these indie shows.
I can't believe how long we've been doing this podcast.
I got to tell you from the bottom of my heart, I think JBL is doing it because he can be like, see, I worked the indies. You know what I mean? Like, like, especially at the beginning of your career, but he's like, fuck it, I'm doing it at the end just so I can say an indie star. You know what I mean? Like, it'll fit the formula. Be like, yeah, he worked the indies, He
it doesn't even work. He just goes in, clothesline someone, and leaves.
Can I tell you something? That's how you work the indies as a star, dude.
It's very smart.
Ask Mike, hold on, how about I blast my pants? Ask Mike about getting clown makeup on his fucking pants.
Kevin Nash.
Kevin Nash.
Wouldn't do the fucking jackknife because he didn't want makeup on his $150 sweatpants, so he just did a choke.
I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Smart.
I will say this, but JBL
Gotta pay
said,
extra for that.
people ask him, like, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, I'm scouting for Triple H, which
I
I think is a joke, but maybe it's not entirely a joke.
Seriously, it's like William Regal just comes out there, does his, like, entrance and shit. He would do that at Bowling and shit.
Evolve, right?
He did it at Evolve, but, like, he also did that for, like, PWG. Like, he was there, and he would, like, it was unannounced, it wasn't on television, so no one really could say anything.
That's the way to do it.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Could have worked the indies as a kid, like everybody else has to.
Mm-hmm.
So
He was
yeah,
working streets.
I think you're gonna get. I think the Goyles. I think that Tegan Knox will not go to AEW. I think she's gonna go home and nurse those knees, ice them up, and then
Ice him up real good.
work him in Australia or something. You know what I mean? Stay home and fucking figure that shit out because you've got bad legs.
No clue. It just doesn't make sense that they release, especially Indy, of all people, because she was
Indy's
from
weird.
NXT. She came out through Triple H's NXT, and just to release her for no reason, it just pisses me off, and it still happens with people from NXT where they come up for that one pop, and nothing happens with them.
I thought that would stop. Yeah, I thought that would stop.
It makes no sense. It's the same as it ever was with Vince.
Same as
So
it
this
ever
doesn't make
was.
any sense.
Same as it ever
It
was.
seems like they want Candace to be on her own, but it's like, you don't have to release Indy
Yeah.
to do that. She
They're
can
like,
do
we
something
hate
else.
you so much.
I mean, the way was so much fun, and
Right.
they just didn't even take a chance with it on the main roster for the most part.
Yeah.
You could have done it.
They did take one little chance with it, and then it went away.
They had like one segment.
Yeah, they didn't commit to it.
All right, let's go to Crown House Show Jewels. Oy vey, as my brethren
Okay.
would say it. This was a dookie
Your
show.
brethren?
Yes.
What?
I'm Hebrew.
Were you
You
preparing
didn't
your
know I was
fucking-
Hebrew?
No.
You didn't know you were Hebrew?
You didn't know I was a Hebrew. A Hebronite.
Jewish?
How dare you use that word in front of me?
You said some really fucked up things about it before, so I just didn't think that.
No, I'm self-deprecating. I'm
Self-hate?
Jewish.
Yeah.
I'm Jewish. I'm self-deprecation, buddy.
Okay.
No.
I don't think that's true.
Oy vey, man. Hey,
This is like a
I
Seinfeld bit.
identify as Jewish now. I do
Except
it.
shitty.
Very shitty.
Oof. Where do you? I'll let you take the lead here, Mike. Which do you,
I'll take the lead.
okay, good, because
All right.
I really
Oh,
did
yeah.
not
I'll take the lead
quite
here.
enjoy
Crown
the
Jewel,
show.
you definitely didn't even fucking watch it.
I did. I watched the LA Night Botch Machine.
I did watch it.
I did. I like
Crown
it. I
Jewel-
did.
Crown Jewel, solid show.
Oof.
Was a little bit long. But
It
overall,
was during the day, so that
it
helped.
was
'cause I
during the day.
working anyways.
Only 1 o'clock. You got done, especially with all the post-match shit, because they had the fucking press conferences and they got to watch them put the fucking championship in its last case. So it was like a fucking 4-hour show.
I didn't watch any of that.
Yeah.
I
The main card, a little over 3 hours. Solid show. We're going to start with what was the fucking main event, because you could have stopped here for the entire show. The Bloodline against the OG Bloodline. This was, to me, the main event. Sorry, Mike, this is my match of the night. This is what I come to see, is the Bloodline storyline.
Don't
It's the best
apologize to
storyline
me,
in
bro.
all of wrestling. And I love the way they did it. Exactly what we said. I didn't think Sami Zayn would show up there. But they did it. He got a great pop. Fun. post-match angle with him kicking Roman Reigns. Now there's some doubt, gives Jimmy a little bit of leeway of like, hey, Roman, we can't trust this guy, but it was clearly a fucking accident. All you do is watch the fucking show back. But they're going to play up the storyline. I can't wait to see what happens this Friday on SmackDown. I'm glad that the Bloodline, they did the right.
I'm going to be there for it.
You're going to go. That's awesome. Congratulations. Where are your seats?
Yeah, 100 level? I don't know exactly where.
That's great. Perfect seats. Yep. So that'll be a fun show. What do you mean, yuck?
Yuck.
WWE hasn't come here in like 2 years.
What do you mean
for
by
good
yuck?
reason, dude?
Seats or like just going to a WWE show?
No, I'm sure he overpaid for seats to show his girlfriend how cool he is. But I think what really happened was he got taken because it's going to be a shit show.
I don't think it's going to be a shit show. We'll just the other day, it was the anniversary of that awesome fucking NXT SmackDown I went to because of Saudi Arabia. They got stuck there.
You literally got a good show by accident. So
it was awesome.
The only way they gave you, the only way it's not gonna happen again, baby. Lightning ain't striking twice in Buffalo.
I'm getting Sami Zayn in the Bloodline. It's gonna happen.
Oof.
Hopefully they just talk for 2 hours. I'll be happy.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it's backstage and you can't hear it. Audio problems. It's just them talking, and you're just like, "Fuck is he saying? Anyone read lips?" Good, but you know the crowd, Mike. If they didn't have audio, it would be filled in with all the marks around you, being like, "He's probably telling him he's gonna join, but he's a little bit nervous." Like,
bro, I hope nobody fucking tries to talk to me.
Remember that last time you met all new friends?
Why does it always happen?
It's gonna happen.
I'm literally that guy. I'm literally that guy, though, but I do it to be proactive so they don't talk to me. You know what I mean? Like they get.
That's the plan at work, because I don't want to talk to anybody when they're fucking bothering me like that.
Yeah, that's true. It's what happens, because you just set the tone. You just look at him and be like, is that an Ultimate Warrior shirt? Real nice shirt! Real loud and shit. And they're like, oh man, this guy's got special needs or something. I'm out on this guy.
Mike, you know what my favorite part of this match was?
What's that?
Jay's entrance, and Roman's just in the corner. Not impressed at all.
Yeah.
He's the most over guy.
It is kind of amazing they had him come out after Roman. That does not happen.
It was such a good way to like just have a little bit of a one-up of Jay onto Roman. Because that's what it is right now. I really like that angle to have to this of Jay's like, you can't boss me around. I'm a different man now. We're not playing this game. You fuck around once, I'm out, I'm done. And I liked on Raw, Sammy being like, I'm out too. Like, fuck this. I don't want to be part of this anymore.
I will say this. My sources close to this. My sources close to this situation have told me that this is ultimately leading to Jay beating Roman and becoming champion. That's what
that was a bad opinion that I saw also.
That was a terrible text that we received. You should be ashamed.
I do name sources. It's Jim Chopper. Jim Chopper. I'm out saying my sources.
I actually think this ultimately, in the long run, comes down to no one being tribal chief.
I agree with that.
That's the whole storyline what it comes down to.
Right. They're all equal at that point.
I think it was very obvious 4 years ago what this was all coming down to.
Right.
Yeah, I remember 4 years ago talking about how this storyline was going to last 4 years.
It was going to be awesome the entire time. This was not my match of the night, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. I loved the storytelling elements. I loved the ending of this fucking match, which was Solo beating Roman Reigns essentially clean. He thumbed him in the fucking throat, and he pinned him. And he did this to John Cena in Saudi Arabia before, too. He is a fucking top star in Saudi Arabia.
The Crown Prince is like, I like this fucking guy. He's like...
He's strapped the rocket to Solo.
Yeah. He's like Tony Soprano, but browner.
Yes.
I mean, that's what it is.
But I love that they had him not just win the match, but pin Roman. Because you have these questions about whether the old bloodline can coexist at this point. And then I agree. I did not see Sammy coming out at all. But it was awesome.
Yeah, because he's a hypocrite.
Massive fucking pop. Great to see the OG bloodline together again. And then I thought it was a great angle with him and Roman accidentally taking each other out. Yes, it was definitely an accident and they're going to be fine in the long run, but you're, telling that story.
Yeah.
And that was my
I wonder what it cost.
Sammy coming out and making the save, I think, was by far the moment of the night.
I wonder what it costs, though.
I'm sorry?
What does that mean?
For Sami Zayn to give up on his moral standing and his moral high ground after so many years. I wonder how much it cost.
I mean, he's been on the show before. For the past couple of years, he's been coming to Saudi Arabia.
Because they changed their stance.
Blood-covered dick money. Remember that? Remember those ones? That's what happened.
I remember that. That's what I seen.
Liv Morgan won. And Cody Rhodes won. They all stood together.
They won rings.
With their rings.
They're like fucking Captain Planet.
I can't wait for fucking Cody. Honestly, Cody is plagiarizing an NHL mock draft here in a way. Because he's totally taken this MJF ring situation, and he's just
knew people like you would say that.
Dude,
they did the Battle Bowl ring before they ever did the MJF ring. So if he's stealing for anybody, it's DDP.
He ripped off the thing that they ripped off, which is wild. Which is wild. They would stoop so low.
I don't care about the fucking Saudi Arabian Crown Jewel Championship or whatever. I will say though, my match tonight was Cody and Gunther. Storytelling elements and stuff, it didn't meet the standard of the Bloodline versus Roman and the Usos, obviously.
Cody made me yearn for Goldberg.
I knew going in that we weren't gonna get Goldberg because he was fucking on SEC Network saying he's gonna have his retirement match next year. But the match itself, it was a great match. I mean, Gunther does not fucking miss. He's had like 1,000 great matches in a row at this point. And Cody and Gunther showed before, like when they were the last two in the Rumble, they have really good in-ring chemistry. So I thought this match was really good. The Liv and Nia match was fucking WCW. I think Vince Russo booked it with all the outside shenanigans.
It was a lot. There was a lot of things happening. I didn't hate it though. Honestly, a lot of interference in that match. Where it's heel versus heel.
No, it's fine, but it just wasn't anything special.
Heel versus heel in this situation, all the interference actually makes a lot of sense. I'm actually totally okay with all that.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I wouldn't say that because when you think of the overbooking of WCW, it's very much unnecessary. I felt like this all actually fit and made sense.
I like what they're doing with
having
Tiffany,
Tiffany with Nia, with fucking Liv, with Rhea, with fucking Dom. Yeah. Everybody's involved. Rhea's face all broke up.
Oh yeah, from NXT.
That was a great segment. Like,
that was really cool.
They knew it was gonna look bloody, but not that bloody.
Oh my god! Remember that report?
It's amazing.
Jesus Christ, dude. LA Knight, the botch machine himself. Dude can't wrestle a lick. I'm sorry.
What? You love him?
I know. Listen,
he hates him now because he's in WWE.
Great promo. Really great character, and I know people are like, he's just whatever.
Big E shot him that on the post.
He's very good in the ring. He's like the Miz.
He's not the Miz, and the Miz isn't good either. Honestly,
they're both great in the ring.
I'll say this though: Miz is better than LA Knight in the ring.
I agree, but they're both great.
Yeah. And Miz sucks.
Miz won't do things he shouldn't do.
That's not true at all. That's very stupid comment. He does shit. He a lot of the wrestling moves Miz tries are not that good.
He doesn't do the finish.
The Miz makes me yearn for John Cena. And that's
not
true. It is true. It is true.
The finish of this match was awesome, where Mello was going for his finisher, and then LA Knight hit them both with his finish at the same time. That was a cool fucking spot.
Yeah.
So don't tell me he can't wrestle.
Yeah, he can hit his spot. That's great. That's really fun. Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, never happened. No contest.
I like this.
I love this. I think this is brilliant.
This is fun. This is good. Very fun.
Fucking Adam Pearce taking the RKO. That was cool.
And we got the New Day. Speaking of Adam Pearce, we got New Day episode. So is this a double turn? Is this just a big turn? Is Biggie? Do we bring Biggie back just to get attacked by fucking Kofi?
Biggie.
Whoa.
I don't think Kofi's turning.
I do. I think Kofi. I think what they've been teasing this Xavier Woods, he'll turn the whole time, but it's actually gonna be Kofi that fucking turns.
I said that a few months ago.
I don't know, heel Kofi at this point, really. I think heel Xavier Woods is a lot better. Has more legs.
Booyaka. What was this thing?
619.
What was he saying?
I do think Big E will be there, because you can't do a celebration of New Day and he's not there.
Give me a giant neck brace, and I want Kofi to shake it.
Xavier Woods is going to threaten to kill him by breaking his neck.
What was that? PJ, was that Pitbulls? Remember Gary Wolf had Gary Wolf of the Pitbulls, ECW, had the full neck brace that had his head with the screws in it, and somebody came out and just started shaking him by the cage. Yeah, hell yeah, dude, I love that shit.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Pussies.
No, Xavier Woods is gonna threaten to murder Big E by stomping on his neck, and Kofi's gonna give him what he wants. Just like John Cena and Seth Rollins and Edge.
Exactly, it's exactly what it was. Wait, what does he want though?
Control of New Day.
Control New Day, even though he's breaking it up by doing this.
There you go. He wants the rights.
He wants Odyssey Jones back.
This is gonna be like the new age version of the Festival of Friendship.
Okay.
I kind of just want them to have a celebration and not do any type of turn.
I gotta be honest with you. I don't love the stuff they've been doing with Xavier Woods and Kofi. That's kind of why I'm going for the Kofi turn, because it's something different. Because it's just pretty mid. Honestly, it's good. It's like, here's what I'll say. It's good. It's not New Day good.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Right, but I think it's more substantial than anything they've been given in a couple of years. So I'm kind of
problematic on its own.
I'm open to an Xavier Woods heel turn to get him in a more featured spot.
I don't know. I just think you don't always have to have a breakup.
No, but if they don't break, they could just go their separate ways, I guess. But if you don't do something, then they're never going to be anything.
I thought the women's tag team championship match was mid-card as fuck. Didn't need to be on this card at all.
This was probably one of the better in-ring matches, I thought. This is very entertaining.
I gotta be honest, Mike. Mm-hmm. I agree overall, but I don't like Chelsea Green anyway.
Oh, I like Chelsea Green.
Everything is just so dumb.
She's fun, I think. She's like, I like her character work. She's just like an over-the-top heel.
Yeah, I don't know why you hate Chelsea. What is it? Did you see her Instagram and get jealous or something?
No, definly not.
Involuntarily celibate.
I just think it's just the spots are just so annoying.
Why is this girl? I hate girls.
I don't hate girls.
Bianca and Io in this match were fucking...
Yeah, that's great.
Actually, Lash Legend was awesome, too.
Yeah, this is mid-card
mafia. They do some very unnecessary tag team spots.
Yeah, Seth Rollins beat Bronson Reed. Great Bronson Reed.
I like this. This was
fun.
A good match. I liked Seth Rollins running up to meet him on the entrance. That was fun. When that was happening, I thought they were going to do this as a no contest. And they were going to brawl around the arena. Then Kevin Owens and Randy Orton did it.
Well, he got his lick back on Raw, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a pretty mid-card show. I gotta be very honest. I'm gonna go first. My favorite match was the Bloodline. I only watched 4 matches.
Which matches?
I'll give you numbers. 1, 2, 3, 5.
You said you watched the Triple Threat.
You lied.
I watched the end.
And you just said the tag team match was...
I disjointed it. I watched as much as I could.
You lied.
I watched as much as I could.
You gave him a chance to not lie, and he didn't take it.
Yeah.
I have to lie. Favorite match.
I cannot not lie.
My favorite match was, I'll say
the Bloodline.
The Bloodline, yeah. Favorite moment was, Sami Zayn and his blood-covered dick money. And I will overall grade 4 out of 10.
I agree with everything you just said except for the overall grade. I'll give it a 6 out of 10.
There you go. That's not a good score. That's a failing grade.
Solid show. It's a good show.
That's a failing grade in high school.
Favorite match, Cody and Gunther. Favorite moment was Sami Zayn showing up to help the Bloodline. I gave it a 6.5.
That's a failing grade. 65 is a failing grade.
That's passing. You almost
70 was a D minus. 70 is D minus. 69 is F.
70 is D minus?
Yeah, literally. In my high school,
65 is passing.
No, in my high school, 69 was a fucking failing grade. 70
no,
was
65
is stupid.
Yeah, in New York,
it literally makes you less stupid. What are you talking about?
No, that's stupid.
I hate you guys. Seriously, this shit sucked. So.
See, if you were in New York, you would have passed.
I did pass. I had to work harder too.
I don't think you passed.
You'd be better if you did it the right way.
I was great.
I don't know. I saw you first time around Bleacher Report. I wasn't impressed.
You didn't watch anything.
Full Gear, guys. Now we want to talk about some real fucking pay-per-view fucking balls. Put your fucking shit. I'm going to drop. You're going to be asleep. I'm going to put one of my balls on each one of your eyes. And I'm going to droop my dick across your nose. And I'm going to give you the Roman helmet. I got that from John Moxley versus Orange Cassidy. Yes, Queen. OC. Well, you don't like that?
I have a problem with it.
It's been great. This is going to be great.
Why isn't it Darby Allin?
Where's
Because
Darby?
we're building to that. He's finally climbing Everest.
He's
I
been
think.
the one that's been involved in this most heavily.
Listen.
I just don't get it. Mox and Darby had the match in New York, right? That was what gave Moxley the fucking championship match, which made no sense. But then Moxley wins the title. It should be Darby coming back like, you fucking screwed me. You took out Bryan Danielson. I'm here. I'm gonna take you down.
No,
Why is it Orange?
because I think Kenny Omega fights Darby Allin.
What?
Mm-hmm.
That makes
Kenny
even
Omega's
less
coming
sense.
back. He's got to be coming back to face the Elite. They fucking took him out.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
He's coming back to New Japan. Not even.
But now there's like fucking speculation the Young Bucks are going off TV to come back as baby faces.
I said that. I said that to you.
This is
hold on a minute. Who said? I'm the one who told you both that it will be ultimately Kenny Omega who defeats Jon Moxley, and it will be with the Young Bucks alongside him, and they're going to say sorry to Tony Khan in passing one day.
And what did I say?
You hated it, but you're wrong.
I did hate it, and I'm not wrong. But I said, that sounds so fucking stupid that that's probably what's going to happen.
That's true. You did.
So I ultimately agreed.
It's hilarious. Mercedes Moné against Chris Statlanders.
Ah, yeah, Chris Statlanders, who they turned babyface for no reason. So she
honestly, because as a heel it wasn't working. Everyone cheered her. She's
it
a babyface. Give her the fucking babyface run, dude.
It was working. I thought people liked her pairing with Stokely. She had a really good
You liked
hardcore
it.
match.
It
with
was
Willow.
nobody cared. Nobody cares about Stokely Hathaway, dude. I'm sorry.
Dude, what? He's one of the best things that they have.
He's an incredibly fun talker, but you talk about niche. He's not selling tickets, buddy. No one cares about him.
Okay, but
Bobby the Brain, he
what
ain't.
does that have to do with anything?
I mean, it's not, but listen, because Chris Statlander is much larger than some random ass pairing that only 5 people care about. I need her as a babyface selling tickets.
Okay, but she's just gonna lose the Mercedes and then on to the next one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Chris Statlander maybe, but Chris Statlanders? You know what I mean? There could be multiple ones, dude.
I just think they did this on a fucking dime out of nowhere. Build up Chris Statlander over a long period of time and have
That's not how this wrestling company works all the time, okay?
That's dumb.
What we do is we put on the best matches possible at that moment, and we have good wrestling matches. Our focus
regardless
is on
of
wrestling.
whether it makes sense. Okay, got it.
No, it's just, listen, it's the competition. Yo, if you told Chris Statlander, like, she's like, hey, I want a fucking championship shot, and they're like, fuck yeah, that's a great idea. Let's fucking do that shit. Everybody wants to see it. Let's do it.
I don't know if that's what happened.
I mean, in my mind, that's what happened.
In your mind?
And that's all that matters. Private Party's new champions! Whoop, 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 whoop. Take that, young fucks. Private Party champions. And we're getting a 4-way for the Tag Team Championship. I don't know who's going to be in it, but I'm going to give you a little hint. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be
FTR,
crazy.
the Acclaimed, and the Gun Club, or whatever. They only have like fucking 4 teams.
First off, you say those things like they're not awesome. That's being like the Hardys, the Dudleys, Andrew Christian. Come on, dude. Come on, dude.
Any fucking circumstance.
Uh-huh.
Compare those names to the Hardys and the Dudleys.
FTR.
Get the fuck out of here.
Better than the Hardys. Deal with it.
That's stupid.
Better than them. Deal with it. I like FTR more than I ever liked the Hardy Boys.
That's stupid.
Deal with it, dude. The Spot Monkeys. MJF versus Adam Cole or Roderick Strong. We still don't know.
I think we know.
Wiki says we don't know.
Wiki
I think in our heart of hearts we know.
My cold dead heart does not know.
From the bottom of your heart?
From the bottom of this cold, cavernous fucking void in my chest. It's gonna be Adam Cole, I think, though. What do you think?
I mean, yeah, it'd be pretty fucking dumb.
I think it'd be hysterical if it's Roderick Strong.
Adam Page and Jay White.
Wouldn't it be funny if MJF screwed over Adam Cole in that match? As a way to avoid the match?
That would be fun.
Where's Matt
Just to
Taven
prolong it at
and
this
Mike
point.
Bennett and Wardlow?
They were on like 2 weeks ago. They came out.
Just for like a second.
Yeah, well, the catering was getting cold. Bobby Lashley, Swerve Strickland. Bobby Lashley debuts. You didn't mention that because you're fucking jealous. Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, it is right here.
I love Bobby Lashley. I've been a huge fan of Bobby Lashley since, what was it? Remember, was it MVP putting the tape line down Dixie
TNA,
Carter's office?
Yeah.
And
he became good in TNA. He blew in WWE the first time.
Dude,
I
don't know. Him and MVP then realized they're like, we have something here. And it is awesome, and I love it. I almost watched MVP trip up the stairs, which was also very fun. Yeah, so this is, and Swerve Strickland against him. I like this. I like what we're doing here. This is fun.
I have one complaint.
Sure.
MVP stealing Paul Heyman's gimmick and making it a lot worse by calling Bobby Lashley after Shelton Benjamin loses a swerve to be like to imply, obviously, I'm calling Bobby Lashley like, all right, it's like next week we got him. But nope, Bobby Lashley's right backstage watching the fucking match unfold. Like, why did he have to call him?
Because he didn't know where he was. He didn't know where he was.
Couldn't he just watch the fucking monitor?
He was right there.
He was standing on an angle, and everyone knows that's not how you watch TVs. He's got to get used to that. He's got to learn that. In AEW, you stare right at the TV. You can do that.
So is Shelton just like done now, and we're just gonna go to Bobby Lashley against Swerve? We're gonna get like a tag team match, which we did here, Donnie.
Shelton's just cannon fodder.
Why'd you call him Sheldon?
Shelton Benjamin.
You called him Sheldon.
Sheldon Benjamin.
You called him Sheldon. You just called. I swear to God, we'll check the tape. You called him Sheldon.
I didn't, but I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people who watch AEW do, because they have to use the fucking Big Bang Theory as the lead-in to the show.
That show's got to be
172,000 for Rampage.
Yeah,
no competition of note.
It was on a different night on a different channel.
172,000.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Kyle Fletcher shaved
Rampage?
his
I don't
head.
think it was. I think it was.
No, it's not 10 o'clock.
Kyle Fletcher, a big fan of Nick Sirianni, shaved his head to prove he's not like Will Ospreay.
Oh, real quick, BG.
This shit was hilarious.
You said if
I like Kyle Fletcher.
We don't fucking care about him. Real quick. You said something about maybe Lashley and Sheldon against
That's what he said.
Swerve and a partner.
He did not.
I don't know what his health status is, but what if it was Keith Lee coming back?
That'd be fun.
And then he turns on Swerve because they never resolved their issues, and then he joins the fucking new Hurt Business.
Of course, Swerve getting swerved.
Swerved him! Where's your childhood house? Let me burn it down. Still one of my favorite segments of modern history.
That was fucking
I love
amazing.
that shit so much.
It's one of the best segments.
Honestly, Kyle Fletcher's the real deal, though. I like Kyle Fletcher a lot.
He's the real deal?
He's the real deal now. We are children. Survivor Series is November, and it is currently November. Did September and October fly by for you guys too?
Sure did.
Yeah, but you can't even tell because it's fucking 70 degrees in Buffalo on November 5th right now.
Yeah, well, I'll take this. Don't tell me.
That global warming they talked about, it's here.
I love global warming.
I gotta tell you.
won't in a while.
No, he's gonna beachfront property. He's flooding the streets of shit New York. It'll be so far away from now. I say fucking let the aerosol flow and let my kids deal with it. You know what I mean? I don't give a shit.
There you go.
You know what green energy is? It's a money grab by the government. It is. They're pissed off they couldn't get into the old oil money industries. So like, let's make a new one. Hope you voted on Tuesday, y'all.
Today?
Could have been today. Depends when they're listening.
Hopefully there's a new president.
Well, there's going to be.
I mean, yeah, there is going to be.
That's the joke. Hi, hello. Survivor Series confirmed card. Nothing yet on Raw. The show, that's great. That's a great way of doing this. Nothing yet, but on Raw. Blank.
I mean, we know what one of the fucking things is going to be already. They just haven't announced it.
Yeah,
War Games!
Damian Priest becomes #1 contender to Gunther's World Championship. Good thing we didn't see that already. Io Sky to job to Liv Morgan. Great.
I hope not. Have her win. Just do it.
No, it's exactly what's going to happen. I'm sorry.
She's
Bianca Belair and
got
Jade Cargill, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Is Liv Morgan going to be fucking Yushin Liger here?
You mean Ultimo Dragon?
Who?
Ultimo Dragon with all the belts?
Yes, the Japanese one.
That's funny.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's great that happened.
They're both Japanese.
Nuh-uh. One's
extremely
extremely Spanish.
No.
Ultimo wasn't born in Mexico.
Extremely Spanish. Oh shit. Very stupid. Yeah. So Survivor Series is looking like a snooze fest for me.
Could not
I'll lose my
What?
number on this shit.
First off,
fucking
it's
awesome.
at 6 o'clock. That's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Why is it at 6 o'clock?
Because they can do it.
Why not?
Or is it a UFC again?
Well, it's in Vancouver, so it's West Coast.
Hey, it's in Vancouver. 6 o'clock Eastern time?
Yeah.
In
Yeah,
Vancouver,
so
that's like a
3
1 o'clock
Pacific.
start.
3. That's not how time works.
Well, the people in Vancouver are just waking up from their heroin fucking naps. Since,
Whoa.
Vancouver is very riddled with heroin.
I mean,
It
you
is.
would know. You're
It
from Philly.
is. I'm not
Yeah,
even
that's
joking.
what-
That's a real problem over there. So
Good for them.
easy, huh? Don't talk about us like that. How the
They're
Canucks?
from Italy?
How the Canucks do it? Yeah, Perillo. His last name's Perillo. He's offering tours. Remember that? You guys remember that? Remember the Perillo tours? I would say. Come on, yeah,
We move
BJ,
on.
pretend like you don't fucking know. You're like, I'll tell you what I know. I don't need to know some fucking Perillo telling me how to get around Italy. Hey, right? Dominic the Donkey's the best fucking song.
Dominic the Donkey.
I love that song. It's such a good song. All right, PJ, you got some dumb shit because you wouldn't listen to me.
Yeah. Patreon poll results for those that don't know. Every month on patreon.com/ringrustradio, we put a poll for everyone to vote on. This month's question, courtesy of Mike Chiari, in honor of NXT being at the ECW Arena
Won't
tomorrow
support
for the Wednesday night
WWE,
Warriors
guys.
AEW.
That's
You
why
missed out
I'm
on
not
tickets.
going. No, that's why I'm not
You
going. Because
texted
I
us
would
like,
never.
oh, what the fuck? I didn't know, man. I would have got tickets. That's what you said.
I would
You
not
went
give
to
WWE my money. That's why I chose
You
not
went to
go.
WrestleMania.
Not on my dime.
You paid yes,
Yeah, like $30 of your dime.
Oh,
I don't think he bought that ticket.
no.
He
Everson
paid
did.
for part of it.
I paid for parking.
Yeah, I don't think he paid for the ticket.
He did. He did pay for whatever.
You're
those
so
differences
yo.
were.
Look at you trying to do this. No, I didn't.
Yes, you
Everson,
did. I
Everson
witnessed
paid
it.
for it.
Yeah, but he gave you $50, but it still cost more with fees, so you had to pay the difference.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's
They
true.
still
though.
got you. Damn.
Nah, but you know, other people
you
gave
did
me money.
fucking
No,
pay.
people gave me money for beer and food, so I had plenty of
No.
money. Yes,
No.
yeah, yes.
Actually, barely anyone paid for that.
I know.
Anyways,
I got.
Patreon poll.
I footed a very large food bill and fed a lot of people.
Or paid for the pizza.
I gotta tell you the truth though.
Except for that potato salad, things are pretty good.
Ooh,
And
right?
pizza.
Ooh. Dude, that cheesesteak was delish.
That was delicious.
Yeah, it was good.
And the pretzels.
Mm-hmm.
That was a fun tailgating.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
It could have been a lot better if we
Who's
cut
next?
some of the dead weight.
Like you?
No, it's like Tom Kinslow and the such.
Oh, wow.
Remember when he sat like a girl?
I bet
I
everybody
saw.
had a great time on the tailgate.
Yeah, I did. I was judging.
This is all just so fucked up. Anyways,
I know. It's right. Tell
patreon.com.
Ty. I'll loop Tom, man. I don't give a shit. Tell him he fucking sits like a girl and he's too skinny for my liking. No meat on that ass.
Yeah, you like
Were you studying his ass?
Yeah, I was gonna grip it up, and I missed the. I missed it. It's like there's nothing there. It's like a frog put pants on.
Patreon.com/ringrusradio. Somehow we got here in this conversation, but we're going to bring it all back. Who is the best ECW wrestler ever? That's the question.
That's just
a good
open-ended.
question.
It's open-ended as fuck. There's no real parameter to it.
Who's
My
best
parameter is who
ECW
was the
wrestler?
best in ECW.
Yeah, it's not like who is the person that ever existed.
It's not like
in
Stone Cold was in
Right.
ECW for a month, so he's the best. No.
He's
Who
not
was
the
the best
I
wrestler in
did the
ECW?
person. I don't care what the answer was. I will say what I say. To me, the person that always represented what I loved about ECW. Okay, I'll give it to two people. I have to give it to two people. You think I'm going to say RVD, but that's not the case.
Well, are you saying what your answer is? What you think the popular answer will
I'm
be?
saying the right answers. I'm not concerning myself with the
I think
opinions of others.
I think the highest percentage of votes will be RVD.
I actually probably agree with that. I think the two people that encapsulate ECW the best.
Taz.
I'm making it three now. It's Tommy Dreamer. It's Tommy Dreamer, Sandman, and Raven. Those three guys were the cornerstones of, and Terry Funk too. But those three guys really were.
Rob Van Dam's not even in your top four anymore?
No,
That's
he's
weird.
not. But here's the thing: Rob Van Dam went on to do amazing things. But ECW from like '95 on, you had Tommy Dreamer is there, Sandman is there, Raven comes in, he's there. Like these guys build it from the ground up, and then everybody else jumps on board.
Rob Van Dam is my favorite from ECW. I think he's the best, and I think he does personify ECW. He was so unique. Just the ring gear alone separated him from other people.
I think Sabu's more ECW than RVD.
I understand that from the more extreme perspective, but I think RVD does everything. He had the match quality. I think he's underrated on the promo.
He was TV champion for forever.
I know, RVD, but here's the truth.
He was doing the extreme stuff.
RVD was bigger than ECW.
Sure, but
guys like Sabu and Raven and those moments, I know they did things elsewhere, but it was ECW that was like, that's where they belonged. RVD was bigger than that.
But he made ECW feel big time
because
you knew like WWF wanted him, WCW wanted him, and he used that
Monday
as his
Night,
character.
Remember?
Right, he used it as his character.
I know. I listen.
Like he made it feel like a big deal that they had him. So I mean, my vote would be for RVD, but I think strong case could be made for Raven. I think strong case could be made for Taz.
Tommy Dreamer too, dude, biggest face in the company for like 7 years.
But I get that, but
his feud against Sandman, his feud against Raven are two of the best feuds in the entire company. Come on.
Just him individually, I don't put him on the same level as those guys.
That's because you don't understand. You didn't live it.
Wow.
I understand and I lived it. I watched some ECW pay-per-views on fucking Scrambler Box.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I watched it.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. You didn't understand that. You couldn't understand it.
The populace of Ring Rust Radio and the show account, which is run by Donnie Wood, voted for Rob Van Dam.
What the fuck?
I didn't vote for Rob Van Dam. He did.
We have some comments. Andrew Skeen says, so I'll read the question to mean who was the best ECW wrestler, not who was the best wrestler to ever wrestle in ECW.
Correct.
To me,
oh my God. No one can overanalyze the most basic questions more than us and the people who listen to the show.
That's why we all get along so
I know,
well.
it is true. We're neurotic.
Skinner continues, to me, and grain of salt, because I was not aware of ECW until after it closed, Raven was the embodiment of what ECW was. Very competent in the ring, with all the hardcore sprinkles and toppings, but one of the greatest at creating the extreme connection with the audience that got them invested to the point of forever. Raven, Sandman, and Raven Dreamer were the perfect encapsulations of ECW, Skeeter. And I see one common element there, and I will never apologize for girthy verbosity and getting my shit in.
I love Skeeter.
I do too.
Tyler Sutton replies.
He's a bit of a liar.
And says, could not agree more, Skinner. A lot of ECW week to week was not that great.
Yeah, he's right about that, too.
Time to time during my complete rewatch. But Raven is the one guy that consistently grabbed my attention every single time, whether it was 95, 96, or even a short return in 99 and 2000. RVD's matches were fun, so if we're purely talking in-ring, the answer is RVD.
Yes.
But the combination of Raven's storylines and matches are unmatched. He's the GOAT ECW wrestler.
I think Terry Funk deserves a lot of fucking credit too, because he came in and put him on the map. And
he
came in and he worked his ass off.
Early on when ECW became.
But that moment he created in that short time, and the best part is looking back now and watching all that like I did, he gave his whole dick and balls to EC. He wasn't one of those larks where he's coming in to hit a fucking clothesline from hell and then he's heading out. He was involved in some crazy matches, dude.
Gerald Berry says, exclusively ECW has to be RVD. And I agree.
Okay.
And I don't think anyone really, truly carried the banner of ECW like RVD did.
I think he became representative of what the company was because he survived the whole thing, and then when they came back,
he was also the guy
WWE,
to make it in WWE,
and win the championship, and because he obviously was always the best in the ring, and
I think he had the best connection with the audience, to be honest. Whether he was a heel or a face, everyone just gravitated towards RVD.
Yeah. I mean, listen, you're not wrong. He's
fantastic. I think Sandman might have had the best connection with the audience.
Still does. Still smoking jerts in the fucking line with us.
But RVD, having his own moveset where he's creating fucking names for things, there's just so many unique things about RVD.
Yeah, he was the most unique.
I will say this. You look back on periods of time, like we look at Lucha, that ECW run
Take me
I
back.
would say like
Insane.
from 90 end of 95, because it was still even 95, 96 was still kind of rough. But you still had the spring that period of time to 2001. My God, it was a short run for that company, but what a fucking impact! Like that's one thing when I went through it before Lucy was born. He's right. I think Tyler's the one who said it. There is a lot of fluff. There is a lot of dumb shit. But man, when you got a gem, you got a fucking never forget it. I got to see Two Cold Scorpio's dick, dude.
Oh yeah, good for you.
Fuck.
By the way, RVD, Bubba Ray, Francine, Dawn Marie, all gonna be on NXT this week.
Hell yeah.
It'll be very fun.
one
And
of
a big tease of fucking Lil Guido.
Oh
Doing some
yeah.
shit with Tony
That's
D'Angelo.
awesome.
Holy shit. Yo, him
Yeah,
join.
we see
Yo,
Guido.
he starts wearing FBI gear. I'll like Tony D'Angelo again. You gotta get a black dude who says he's Italian next, and I'm fucking 1,000% in on this group again.
JT Smith.
And you need an old veteran to come back and then act Italian too.
They have to be from the South, preferably.
Yes, and he has to be like absolutely not Italian. Okay, this is very simple stuff. I need it. That really was the genius of Paul Heyman, because you're like, this is so fucking stupid. I think it's gonna work. Because it did. The FBI is one of those most endearing things, and the Blue World Order.
Oh, I hate the Blue World
I
Order.
know, but it's still here and thriving somehow.
Yeah.
You don't think Blue Meanie's gonna be there? Come on, man.
He might.
He
lives
lives
there anyway.
He lives there, dude. I don't blame him. Go ahead.
Go to patreon.com/ringrustradio. You can vote for our polls every month. You can also get the ad-free version of our podcast. You get early access to upcoming retros such as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows and WWF Survivor Series 1990. You can also hear our Build Your Last Meal draft right now. We record that today. But most importantly, you can sign up to join our next draft, our final Patreon draft of the year. Take place Tuesday, December 10th, 6 p.m. Eastern. We're going to build the best holiday movie cast ever.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
It was news to me.
Yeah, I don't like this.
No, I mean, we talked about this like 2 months ago.
I don't like it. Take it back.
Oh, that's why it seemed like news to me.
Holiday,
Listen,
holiday,
we have
hold
a
on,
better
holiday
idea
movie
for
cast. What does
December.
that mean? What does that mean?
So, like...
I gotta pick Kevin Costner or something? What are you talking about?
Kevin McAllister or the Wet Bandits.
Wait, and then my point is, so I got the Wet
Or Bad
Bandits.
Santa.
I have Bad Santa guy. I have a Wet Bandits, and I have
You have Billy
fucking-
Bob Thornton.
What is this? Yo, we're gonna hold on,
Yeah,
guys.
you're gonna build
We might have to work
You
out
draft
some
the
bugs
Miz,
here
you
because
draft
I'm not
Paige.
sure I fucking like this shit. No, you made me like it less if I could draft the Miz.
Why he was great in that movie.
Nope. Guys, that's not happening. Guys, come over December 10th. We're gonna be doing something totally fucking different. Not that shit. Not that fucking shit.
I'm up with an idea.
I will. It's gonna be eggnogs and fucking smooches. That's what we're gonna.
I don't know what that means.
What does that mean?
Hey, we're gonna drink eggnogs and smooch. What do you mean? What does it mean?
Verbally?
Yeah, heck yeah. It's like Cyberin, but with audio.
ASL?
Yeah, you're gonna need ESL when I'm done with you.
Dude.
Strangeness in the latest report. You gotta call Dirt Sheet Buster. Egregious lies anonymously sourced. You gotta call Dirt Sheet Buster. Scoop, 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 scoop. No lies, no retraction. Scoop, 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 scoop. Per a source that's interesting to know.
Alright guys, it's that time again. The best segment of the week, the one where Donald Wood goes and cries in a corner because he can't handle the truth. It's Dirt Sheet Busters. I'm here with BG. It's just the two of us, you and I.
This is the best segment of the week.
Oh, I love it.
The second half of the show is so much more enjoyable than the first.
It really is.
As soon as I hear him, I'm upset.
And this is what I tell him every week. Just don't show up at all,
Yeah.
and we'll be fine. Just show up for, if we do record a retro, do like a draft or a bracket. That's it.
Yeah.
But, he has an ego.
He's selfish, really.
Very
He
selfish. He knows people don't want to hear him, but it doesn't matter. You know what? Not going to waste my breath anymore on that. We're going to talk about lies because the dirt sheets were running wild this week. It was insane. We're gonna start with one from Fightful Select. Netflix wants big stars to be on the Raw debut episode. Do you believe that to be true?
I do believe that to be true.
Me too. I also believe. Don't really gotta report that.
Mm-hmm.
According to Fightful Select, Netflix has reportedly put in a request for some heavy hitters on the men's roster, with CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Cody Rhodes high on their wish list. So the three biggest stars. While it might seem obvious, these big names would make the cut, WWE is keeping fans in suspense. The official word from WWE is that final rosters haven't been decided yet.
I don't think WWE is keeping fans in suspense at all. They have the rosters on the show, and then, I mean, already for weeks they've been going back and forth on different brands.
Right. I mean,
so I don't think WWE hasn't said anything really. It's like be excited for Raw on Netflix soon.
You're right. They have not. I mean, it's fucking still exactly 2 months away, so they're not going to be advertising for specific people that are going to be on that show. We haven't had Survivor Series yet.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't had Saturday Night's main event yet. They're not advertising for this. But yeah, talk from a year ago when they announced the deal is like, oh, probably going to have The Rock on that show. Mm-hmm. Just being fucking obvious. So.
Oh, well, John Cena confirmed he's on the show. Yeah.
Right.
So that's a huge star.
When he made his announcement at Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously this is a huge deal for WWE. It's a historic moment. They're gonna want to have as many big stars on as they can. You don't gotta tell us that. You don't gotta tell us that they want the three biggest fucking full-time, quote-unquote, stars in their company on the show. We know.
He's the worst.
This next one's from Wrestling Observer Radio. War Games is gonna be 4-on-4 per our eyes.
Right.
Do you believe this?
Yeah, I do believe it. We've been talking about it for fucking since WrestleMania.
Survivor Series War Games 2024 is gearing up to be a can't-miss event. Can't disagree with that.
Hell yeah.
As WWE prepares to bring the action to Vancouver's Rogers Center on November 30th, but if you're expecting the usual 5-on-5 War Games clash, think again.
Ooh.
According to Dave Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio, WWE is shaking things up this year, planning a 4-on-4 showdown instead. Everything looks like a 4-on-4 rather than a 5-on-5, Meltzer stated, hinting that WWE is going all in on a more focused, tight-knit battle.
Wow.
Well,
he's
considering
brilliant.
The Bloodline has had fucking 4 people in it for a long time, and you got Roman and the Usos, and obviously Sami Zayn, which we speculated on for months.
Yep, sure did.
Not too surprised. I mean, at some point in the past several months, they could have added somebody else to the new Bloodline, but they didn't. So, I mean, it was kind of clear that they were going this direction.
I'm very happy they didn't, and it's only 4-on-4.
Yeah.
Because, Cody teaming, because he would be the only other person.
Yeah.
Really. And that would not be, or, Cody with Roman, and then maybe Kevin Owens going to the other side, which would be, after everything that's happened, I wouldn't really enjoy that.
Yeah, I think the only thing that would have made it okay is if The Rock would have been involved.
Right.
But it just wasn't going to happen. I agree. Cody involved, would ruin it because the beauty of it is, you have the same guys from the Bloodline War Games match a couple years ago, and now they're going against the Bloodline. So.
Yeah. But yeah, Melt's a fucking idiot.
Right, it's fucking obvious. You don't have to tell us this. We know.
Yep.
It gets worse for him today. I'll just let you know that. This one's from Fightful Select, though. BG, I want you to guess how Drew McIntyre is doing.
I think he's healing from his wounds. He had 14 staples placed in his skull.
That's how he's doing?
I bet. I guess recuperating is how he's doing. I don't know.
Okay.
Healing is how he's doing? Yeah,
Drew
mending.
Drew McIntyre has been seen on WWE programming since his match against CM Punk at the 2024 Bad Blood Premium Live event early last month, losing in a Hell in a Cell match, left him needing 16 stitches following a major laceration on his head. Wow. Fightful Select has provided some insight on Drew McIntyre's current status and whereabouts, with the word being that he is doing good.
Oh, good for him.
Doing good. It was noted that McIntyre had gone through some personal losses, so he was away in Europe to spend time with his family, whilst also healing up from the cut on his head. It isn't so. There you go. The healing, they mentioned it.
Yeah.
It isn't known whether or not his absence from WWE was planned, and there's no news on when he will be back in the fold on Monday Night Raw. So literally no information other than to say, doing good.
Doing good, but they also say he was doing
his whole family died.
Losses.
Doing good.
Yeah, that doesn't make I'm just confused. He's clearly he's mending, really.
Mending, healing, doing good.
But he's doing good.
Doing good!
That's a weird report.
I hope he is doing good.
Yeah, I hope so. After everything that they just told me that's happening in his life, it sounds like it's fucking miserable.
I don't feel like Fightful spoke to Drew McIntyre or anybody from Drew McIntyre's family to actually know that he's doing good.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's true.
yeah. Oh my God, AJ Styles. I hope he's healing.
I hope he's mending.
Yeah. This next one's from Sportskeeda.
Oh.
Them?
What's the story?
They used to do What's the Story? They don't do that anymore, unfortunately.
That's a shame.
But apparently they do reporting sometimes. BG, man, I really wish Jacob Fatu would have wrestled at Crown Jewel.
Oh, I thought I saw him. That's crazy.
Okay.
He was doing a lot of things that people were like commending him for.
Jacob Fatu will not wrestle
Oh.
at Crown Jewel tonight. The tag team match will be Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, and Jimmy Uso versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, and Tonga Loa. Source, Sportskeeda's Dr. Chris Featherstone.
I mean, hang it up, because it was never going to happen that he wouldn't wrestle.
Instantly wrong.
That makes no fucking sense that he wouldn't wrestle.
They did this last time. There was a 6-man, and people were like, oh, is he going to wrestle? And he wrestled that time. So.
He was just in the main event of Bad Blood, so it wouldn't make sense for him to be the one not in. If anything, I feel like, because I thought about this on the way down when they were at ringside, I was like, would be interesting if Solo was like, you know what, I'm going to sit this one out and save it for War Games.
Yeah.
But then it's stupid. But like,
it would be dumb on the Bloodlines part to be like, nah, we're not going to be my best guy.
He's the best one.
Right. So I thought my prediction all along was that Tonga Loa was going to be the one to sit, because that's what happened last time.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened.
That's true.
So why do you even report this? Like,
that's wild.
You obviously don't have a good source.
Terrible source. You were very wrong.
Yep. This one's from Fightful Select. BG.
He wrestled at Money in the Bank also.
Yeah.
It was the same. Oh my god.
Like, he's been in huge matches on like every pay-per-view. But yeah.
So stupid.
Let's talk about Crown Jewel match times.
All right, Mike. I'm gonna stop you right there.
Okay.
This might be my favorite thing. Because first off, there's just no reason for them to put anything out there like this. It does no one any good. The show is always going to be about 3 hours. Mm-hmm. So what are you doing match times for? Just to be wrong? Thank you, Fightful Select, for giving us the material.
This was going to be the coup de grace, but something so good came in a little late that I had to bump it up a little bit, but this is still a good one. It's so difficult to correctly predict the exact match time.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you think you have inside information on this. And then, if you get it exactly right, okay, good job. But you get it wrong, then if it's like a little bit off, then I guess you could try to lie and be like, oh, that includes like entrances. But sometimes they get it really wrong, and then you look like an idiot. So, Fightful Select has provided the official match times, giving insight into how the event's action-packed lineup will unfold. Here's a rundown of the scheduled times for each match on the card. Okay. The OG Bloodline versus New Bloodline. 30 minutes.
Wow.
Real time, 16:35.
That's really wrong.
Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of entrances.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'll say this. They're not saying this includes entrances.
They're saying the match time.
They're saying the match time. So even if you include the entrances, I don't think we get to 30 minutes here. WWE Women's Tag Team...
Honestly, I think it was like way over that.
I think
it was like almost 45 minutes of just like the intro.
WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match, 20 minutes. Real time, 12 minutes. There was no way they had 8 minutes of entrances.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's really wrong.
Here's another one. Bronson Reed versus Seth Rollins, 20 minutes. Real time, 12:20.
Oh man.
12:20. Why do they keep predicting like these round numbers too? Like, it's not gonna come out
give us some
that.
seconds.
Yeah, what the hell? Or at least give us like 18 minutes.
Or just do like 15 to 20 minutes.
I guess, yeah. Women's WWE Crown Jewel Championship match, Nia Jax versus Liv Morgan, 15 minutes.
Oh wow, good for them.
Real time, 8:15.
Oh, oof.
It's like half.
Yeah. Sheesh.
Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton, 20 minutes. I don't know what the real time was on that.
Well, they didn't even have the match, so good job. Because that's completely wrong.
I mean,
and their brawl didn't go 20 minutes.
I guess, I guess you could say what the segment time was, but it was not 20 minutes. United States Championship match, LA Knight versus Andrade versus Carmelo Hayes. 20 minutes!
Wow.
Real time, 9:10. Not even half.
That's crazy.
That's
the most egregious so far.
The main event, the WWE Crown Jewel Championship, Cody Rhodes versus Gunther, 30 minutes. Real time, 23 minutes.
Wow. He wasn't close at all.
No.
For anything.
No.
Not one.
Mm-mm.
And Randy Orton and Kevin Owens, furthest off from the mark.
Yeah, 0.
Yeah. Couldn't even get it right that they weren't going to have the match. Huh? Where's your sources on that one?
If you can get me within 5 minutes on all of them, I could maybe be like, okay, but you're not.
I mean, he didn't even. Still, that 5 minutes is a long time for wrestling.
I agree, but he couldn't even do that.
Couldn't even do it.
So what's your upside?
He couldn't even get to 40% for
couldn't
most.
Get 10 on a house show.
There you go.
What's the upside of doing a report like this?
You know what? If he listened to our podcast, he would know to stop doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad he doesn't.
Not like Melts, he does. Speaking of,
he listens.
BG.
Yeah.
Are you ready for the coup de grace?
Oh, I am ready for the coup de grace. I'm very happy about this one.
Do you think you know what it is?
Oh, I absolutely know what this is.
Okay. Dave Meltzer, who's a legend in his own mind and would have been a top NFL reporter if not for wrestling, per himself, gets fooled by a fake account and makes an ass out of himself.
Honestly, Mike, been there before.
Well, not like this. Not like this.
Oh,
But by the way, I don't know if we mentioned it before, but that little note about being a top NFL reporter, this was like a week or two ago. People were asking Melts on Twitter, like, if it wasn't wrestling... Oh, no, somebody said, like, Dave Meltzer, if not for wrestling, it was a dude making popcorn at the movie theater. He's like, actually, I probably would have been a top NFL reporter. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I was instantly taken aback by that because I've never heard this man talk about football or really any sport with any level of intelligence or knowledge of it.
Mm-hmm. How does he pronounce Mahomes?
There was a little track dropped of Dave mispronouncing Patrick Mahomes' name like 10 times in a row, calling him Patrick Mahones. That's like a fancy way to say mayonnaise. Mahones.
That's so good.
That's the most famous football player in the world right now. So if you can't pronounce his name right, I don't think you were going to be a top NFL reporter. And if you're doing reporting like I'm about to discuss right now, that ain't going to fly with the Schefters and the Ian Rappaports of the world out there.
But Patrick Mahomes has been on Raw before.
So
he's part of wrestling.
The only reason he was talking about Patrick Mahomes was because he was on Raw.
Oh, okay.
And he kept calling him Patrick Mahomes. And then part of like this clip was like Brian Alvarez saying Patrick Mahomes. And Brian Alvarez, like, I don't think he's watched a fucking second of football in his life, and he knows it's Patrick Mahomes. And then Dave still follows up with Patrick Mahomes. But this guy would have been a top NFL reporter. And the same thing that he always does, he's like, oh, the greatest sports writer of the past 50 years said I was good. That Frank DeFord guy who was well-regarded. It's like, yeah, everybody fucking gets one wrong once in a while, buddy.
Tell us what Mel's got wrong.
I'll tell you right now. Okay. So, there's this tweet that made the rounds a little bit. Because you know how sometimes there's legitimate kind of like news Twitters, and then parodies will be made of it with very similar looking names, and they often trick people. Mm-hmm. Well, there's one called Wessel Votes without the R. Wessel Votes instead of Wrestle Votes. And they tweeted, WWE has just announced that next year's Backlash will be hosted by Japan in the Tokyo Dome. Okay. You would think, who has their finger on the pulse of Japan in the Tokyo Dome more than Dave Meltzer? All right.
He claims to.
Dave follows up with a tweet. 2025 Backlash will be at the Tokyo Dome. He does not say.
So he doesn't source
by the way,
like that?
He doesn't say 2025 Backlash will be at the Tokyo Dome per WrestleVotes or WrestleVotes. He doesn't say 2025 Backlash will be at the Tokyo Dome as announced by WWE. He says 2025 Backlash will be at the Tokyo Dome as if he got this inside information and he is the one reporting it. Okay?
Stealing information over here.
A couple minutes go by. Meltz tweets again. Backlash tweet was apparently fake. Which one? Yours or the other one?
So, okay. Can I stop you right here?
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't aware when I went on Twitter yesterday that Wessel votes was a thing. I
don't think I was either, but I've seen similar other types of accounts before.
But not even that. I wasn't aware of their tweet at all. I only saw Meltzer's tweet.
Right. And that's probably the case for a lot of people, by the way.
Saying that, like, oh, the tweet was a fake.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, the fuck is he talking about? Then I see everyone circulating his own tweet.
Right.
Saying that it's at the Tokyo. I'm like, what the fuck? Then you finally get all the Wessel vote stuff. I'm like, oh, Dave fell for it. You look a fucking idiot.
Right.
And he won't even say what tweet was fake. So if you only follow Meltz, you would think he's calling his own tweet fake. Which,
by the way, it was, but it was based off a different fake tweet that he stole, essentially.
This unbelievable chain of events.
Mm-hmm.
And no accountability whatsoever.
No. He follows it up with one more, by the way.
Oh, he does? Okay.
Confirmed from WWE, the Tokyo Dome thing is fake. That's when he finally decides to reach out to somebody. Right. After Wessel votes tweets it, after he tweets it as if he's reporting it, and after then he realizes it's fake because somebody probably told him, probably Brian Alvarez told him, hey dude, that's not real, you should take that down. Mm-hmm. Then he decides he's going to reach out to WWE. I think what I would do
Why didn't he reach out initially?
Yes,
if Tokyo Dome is hosting Backlash. That's weird. They've never done that before. Maybe I'll reach out.
Even if I thought it was Wrestle Votes that did the initial tweet and not Wessel Votes, and I thought it was a legitimate account, if I was Dave Meltzer, who purports to have all these inside sources and who's the greatest and most well-respected journalist in pro wrestling history, I would take 2 fucking minutes out of my day and reach out to whoever my most reliable WWE sources and ask them about it before I tweet it. Because, buddy, you were already beat to the punch by Wessel Votes, so if you take a couple more minutes to confirm, what does it matter? But he proved himself. We've known it. He proved it to us a long time ago. But he proved himself to anybody who thought he still had credibility to be a fraud.
Yep.
Because he took a fake tweet that he thought was real, he tweeted it, he stole the quote-unquote news as if it was his own, didn't look into it at all, and then, it was fake, I confirmed it was fake. Not an apology or anything, by the way.
Nope.
And this is beautiful for us. We love
this is the best thing ever.
I fucking live for this shit. And people who have really come around, and Eric Bischoff he tweets, and Cornette at times, tweets some great shit about what a fucking fraud Meltz is, and like Meltz will try to like get sassy with him, and then he pulls something like this, like you have no leg to stand on, buddy.
No leg to stand.
No leg
Especially,
to stand on.
We went to journalism school. We are journalists. We understand news reporting.
Yep.
And that was not his information, and he clearly did not get information for it. But he sees something, tweets it out without citing who reported that, and that is just journalism 101, is to cite your things, right? And especially if he was reporting it as like an inside scoop, he would say per sources, right? Or as confirmed by WWE. None of that, nothing. Then no apology, no follow-up, only, tweet was fake. Well, what do you mean? Which tweet was fake? Your own tweet was fake? You put out a fake tweet and you're supposed to be the number one journalist? That would be like Adam Schefter being like, oh yeah, fucking Giants traded Daniel Jones. And I'd be like, tweet was fake. What the fuck you mean tweet was fake? You lose all credibility.
If he had said, Backlash will be at the Tokyo Dome per Wrestle Votes is reporting,
he'd be
then he's just like, I was just, basically retweeting what I had seen from WrestleVotes. It was a fake account. My bad.
Yeah.
But this is an entirely different and much bigger issue.
If that's all he did, this wouldn't be here.
Fucking pathetic. What a loser.
Absolutely pathetic.
I love it though. BG, how do we do? Ooh, I love you, Sammy. Alright, BG. Still you and I.
Oh, yeah.
Running the ship. We're going to talk about fantasy standings. And this is a big one because we had Crown Jewel this past weekend. That means we had the final waiver draft of Season 38 because this thing's ending in a couple weeks at Survivor Series. That's going to be the end of the season. So these are huge standings right here. How do you think you did? Alright. In last place, 16th with negative 47.5, Jim Del Chapo. Doing him. In 15th with negative 30, Derek Lee. In 14th with negative 25, Skinner. In 13th with negative 22.5, Everson Godfrey. In 12th with negative 12.5, 11th with 10, BG. You okay, buddy?
Fuck Bronson Reed, man.
I'm sorry that you're so close to George in the standings. You never like to see that.
I hate to see it happen.
At least you're in positives. You're the first person in positives. So
Thank you.
That's a positive. In 10th with 25, Mongo.
Wow.
In 9th with 27.5, Leon CK.
Fall from grace for him.
I don't see the repeat happening. Tie for 7th with 30, James Dick and Alex Pandolfi.
Wow. Oh, I drafted James' team, though.
I think Donnie drafted Pandas.
Yeah, good for us. Good for Triple R.
And 6th with 40, Donald Wood.
I fucking hate him.
Loser. In 5th with 45, Chris Jeter.
Wow.
Much cooler person than Donald Wood.
Chris is great.
In 4th with 70, Stephanie Kordick.
Wow, that's a lot of points. Good job, Mike.
In 3rd with 77.5, Reggie Gill.
Wow, wasn't he like in 1st?
I think last time he was. I'll say this.
Mm-hmm.
It's very close at the top.
Haven't heard your name yet.
In 2nd with 80, Big Money Mike.
Oh, shit.
And at 1st with 82.5,
Whoa.
George Sparrows.
Wow, and he hates everything.
I know. He probably hates that he's in first place. He's 2.5 points ahead of me.
Shit.
Only 12.5 separating first from fourth.
That's great. Wow, tight race.
And only a couple weeks to go here, so it's going to be interesting.
That's fun.
Yep. All right, BG. We're just going to finish this fucking thing out, because why not?
We're gonna do fuck Donnie.
We're going to do emails. Guys, send us an email, ringrustradio@yahoo.com. Also, if you sign up to the email tier or higher on patreon.com/ringrustradio, we have to read at least one of your emails every single month. We're going to start with Dan the Beast Severn Marsh.
Great, man.
Subject: great email segment this week.
Thanks, man.
I agree, it's great this week, and I think he was referring to last week. Also great. I really enjoyed the top 10 rock feuds without hearing Donald saying from the bottom of my heart.
I hate that.
He does say
Why
that
does
a
he
lot.
say that? It doesn't even make sense.
And it's always a lie.
It's always a lie. Everything he says is a fucking lie.
He says it before a lie every single time.
Doesn't even make sense from the bottom of my heart. What the fuck?
It's
so stupid.
This is Donald we're talking about. Not really into tomorrow's glorified house show from Saudi Arabia, though. Love Ring Rust! Dan Marsh. I thought it was a pretty good show. I thought it was entertaining.
Yeah, good show.
But thank you for the compliment. I enjoyed the top 10.
Yeah, that was
rock
fun.
feuds
I like
emails
top
as
10 lists.
I enjoy anytime we do the email section, just you
That's
and
great.
I.
Our top 10 list, we're going to do by you, Mike. We're going to keep doing them in 2025.
Hey, and like I said, if anybody has ideas and wants to send them in for us to either do a full show with them or just an email, send them along.
Send them along.
Hell yeah.
Next email comes from Chris Rey Mysterio's Jeter.
Hell yeah.
Subject is Saudi Smarks.
Because Donald Wood, who hates the listeners, was too lazy to do a full-on Smarks segment this week.
Yeah, he's a lazy.
I said, I don't want to see hard work from a listener go unrewarded, go ignored. So we're going to put in an email.
Thank you, Chris. We appreciate you taking the time and supporting the show, even though Donnie Wood hates everyone and is a piece of shit.
Yep.
I'll kick it off.
All right.
Roman mad as fuck. Jim said, fuck that tribal chief. Shit. Bad Saudis can't yeet shit, though.
I read it as, fuck that tribal shife.
Chife. Oh, yeah. I read it correctly.
Chife.
The chife.
Number 2. Jacob Fatu versus Jimmy in a vibe off.
I don't think so, though.
I like both their vibes.
Jacob and Jay.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, for a guy named Solo, he never actually alone, actually. Or he never alone, actually. Solo pulls his thumb up like, behold.
He doesn't do
It is funny every time he does that.
Number 4. Let my ass off! They did the thing with him! Yeah! Tonga is him! I always laugh when he does. The first time he did it, I thought it was fucking weird. It still is fucking weird. But it does make me laugh, and because I like envision him as like he's eating a corn on the cob real fast. That's what I get.
I just think of Beavis and Butthead.
Like the cornholio. Either way, it's pretty damn
It's very
funny.
OTC fraud alert. Hunter, my office now.
OTC Fruad.
I keep reading things the way they're supposed to be, and they're just with the typos all over the place. The Fruad.
Fruad. The OTC is not a fraud or a Fruad, so whatever. Alright, BG, the cops are coming. We gotta fucking run. We don't want to get caught here. BG had a great time with you this second half of the show. I wish it could always be like this. Things would be so much simpler and better in life. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for listening. We appreciate your support always. We don't appreciate Donald Wood bailing on you guys, but hey, BG, myself, we're always going to be here for you, and we'll catch you guys next week.